back to another video, another review. I'm doing quite a few of these. Yes, I'm in the same top. No, I'm not the kind of bitch that's gonna go change of clothing when I'm book filming. Today we are going to be reviewing the Younglings Fire and Magic book 2 in, I don't know what series it's called. I think it's just the Younglings series. And yes, you heard me right. Like, you'll look on my channel. Lisa, there's not a review for book 1. There will be coming shortly a review for book 1. However, I took part in a read-along for this. I was supposed to anyway, then I had my surgery and couldn't physically read. And then ended up finding it on audio and then finish it on audio because I didn't realise it was on audio. But hey, there we go. But I did finish it before the end of August and I gave this 4 stars. This follows a young boy called Quinn who is a half-demon. And he comes across as the leader, I'm going to call him the leader, of a group of young supernaturals called Keepers. They all have different supernatural abilities. And when I got this sent to me in a beautiful package by Helena Cragg, so thank you very much for sending me that. She sent me some gorgeous little goodies with this. If I can find the clip in my vlogs, I will overlay it somewhere if I can't find it. You just won't find my vlog that I opened it in. This is a bit of a light relief for me because it was a YA. At the beginning of this book, Helena does a very good job of introducing you to the characters again. So even if you had read book 1 but there was a bit of time between reading book 1 and book 2, she gives you a reminder about who the characters are, what the relationships are between each character, and what their supernatural abilities are, which I really enjoy in books. So it's not like, here's a recap of what happened last time. It just sort of, at the beginning of the book, it introduces you slowly to the group. And I love the first line of this book. It says, "I see dead people," a line from a creepy 90s movie. That poor little kid, I sympathise with him totally because the fact is, I do. I love it. So I gave this 4 stars because there were some things about the storyline that were a little bit convenient. But again, I know it's YA, but it was just a bit too convenient at times. I don't know if this author is American. It's gonna sound so petty, but she used the word chatting a lot instead of like talking or deep in conversation or something along those lines. The word chatted is used, or chatting, or a version of chat is used a lot. And because I was listening to the audiobook as well, I think I noticed it even more. But I will say the audiobook narrator is so good. I really enjoyed listening to him. This has a bit of a mystery element to it as well. We are not fully given all the information about each character because there are certain things that happen in the book. Again, I'm not going to give spoilers. That mean that as a reader, it's better if you don't know. It's more interesting because you want to read on and be like, what's going on? I need to know more. So Helena does a very good job of drip feeding you information about the main focus of this book. So one of the characters is the main focus of this book. There are relationships that come together, that break up, that develop. So that is another reason why I gave it 4 stars. That although I do like romance in a book, with the pairings, I wasn't a huge fan of one of the pairings in this, and I didn't think it was necessary as part of the overall plot. Like, I would have really still enjoyed this book if that pairing was not a thing. And if you've read the book, can you just let me know if you would agree? Message me and I'll let you know who it is that I'm not agreeing with, and then we can have a discussion because I need to know if you feel the same. We have a lot of characters involved in this, and I really do like the fact that, again, she's stuck true to the stereotypes that we have of certain types of beings. So werewolves, vampires, werewolves being beautiful and seductive and that kind of thing. I personally like when they stick to those traditions when it comes to that kind of thing. I don't like it when they change a species that we all know too much, because then it wouldn't be a vampire. The whole point of a vampire is that they are this alluring, seductive being, given what the bloodlust and that kind of thing. That's what they're supposed to be like. So I really like that she stuck to that. I'm looking forward to seeing book 3. What I would like to see in book 3 though was, this book was only, I say only, it was over 400 pages long, but to me it did feel like things happened a bit too quickly and things were revealed. And when something as big as what gets revealed in this is revealed, you'd think that people would need time to process things, and it seems to move on very quickly. And some relationships that progress happen very quickly, ridiculously quickly. And I know that when teenagers are young and impressionable and that kind of thing, that some teenagers can fall in love quite quickly, and it's part of, you know, hormones and stuff. I do get that, and I do get that it's a YA, but I didn't really feel like there was any sort of build up to these relationships or chemistry build up to these relationships, and it could have done with a little bit more fleshing out. But overall, I really enjoyed this read. I went and bought book 1 and read book 1, and I don't feel like I missed anything by reading book 2 first. So in book 2, it gives you a read. I'm going to give you a little bit of a review of book 1 as well, because why not? I also gave it 4 stars. In book 1 is when Quinn finds out he's a half demon. So obviously, in this book, he already knows he is introduced as such, and at the beginning of the book, he introduces you to his friends. Book 1 is when they're all finding each other, and that is what I really love, because it's showing all the group coming together and how each person interacts with each other, how they meet, what their thoughts and feelings are towards each other when they first meet. I really enjoyed that. Book 1 is a mix of fantasy and magic and like solving crimes in the magical world, and sort of like family drama. Book 1 is more so about, it is more so half and half. Book 2 is more heavily on the magic side of things, but book 1 is very much half and half, and I actually really enjoyed that, because he's like, they're coming to terms with being these supernatural beings and then being this group and being told that, you know, it's your job to save people, mortals, from, you know, demons and stuff. And then real life stuff happening within their family unit. It gave me very much a Wizards of Waverly Place kind of vibe, with the magic and the family drama and the family life and the human life, and trying to keep them separate, but then them crossing over, and they really don't want it to cross over, because then when people find out who they are and what they can do, we all know that in these kinds of books, humans generally just freak out and just want to test them for something. Do you know what I mean? That whole thing in book 1 was something I really enjoyed. It was their first time of solving a mystery of young people going missing. It is your typical YA, but it is written very well, and the characters, individually as characters, I really enjoyed them. My favourite character is probably going to be Millie, and if you read the books you will find out why, and if you want to guess as to why, leave comments down below. But Millie is probably my favourite character, and if I was going to choose a best friend out of the group, I'd want it to be Miguel. Again, if you read it, let me know why you think I like Miguel the best out of all of them to be my best friend. Anyway, that is my reviews for both books. It's that kind of reviews for both books. I don't want to give anything away, I don't want to spoil anything, so these reviews are going to be quite quick, but just give you an overall feel of what the books are. If you do like magic, you do like vampires, werewolves, witches, ghosts, all things supernatural, and you want something that's very quick and easy to read, it's easy to follow, that has fun, sort of like family drama mixed with a bit of magic, then I wholeheartedly think that like you should 100% pick up these books. They are indie published as far as I'm aware. There is no publisher on the books, so I think they are indie or self-pub, and you'll be supporting an indie author. I will leave the links to the books down below and Helena's socials, so if you would like to see more reviews from me, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what books I should review next, whether they're indie or traditionally published. I will do my best to read them and review them for you.